Hey guys, it's PonkyPlays. Welcome to a Watcher of Realms video. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and take you through my stage 10 team that I just barely was able to build and get to stage 10 of Gear Dungeon 1. So I hope you guys enjoy, because it was kind of hard, not necessarily. Again, for those of you who have seen my last few videos, I have basically like unequipped every hero I own and just been equipping things for different areas, especially because there's a decent amount of areas that actually record the gear sets and stuff, so it makes it a lot easier if you're just moving around your best gear to the champions for individual areas, and then eventually I'll figure out what will be like a more permanent build on different champions for like areas that don't have that feature. But yeah, really quickly though, I did want to do a little bit of forging because I have a 10 pool that I can do with the sanguine fabric, so let's see if I get lucky there. Ooh, okay, I actually do not have either of these. No, maybe I do have Razak, but I don't have a Valkyria exclusive. That's a pretty good substat one too. When Soul Eating Fish hits a target, deals 15% splash damage to up to 5 nearby targets. I mean, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and just 16 it already. Definitely not the best rolls, but I mean, it's something. And then Valkyria, I have no idea what hers does. Each stack of Sword of Victory grants an additional 1% attack bonus. I want to say that she has like 5 stacks total, but I am not 100% on that. And again, very good substats. The rolls could have been better, but that's not horrible either. And then this one's a thumbs up, crit rate attack. Oh, that's definitely a really good substat piece. Yeah, I'll go to 16 because I think it's worth re-rolling if I don't get anything good. It's okay. Not a bad 10 pull at all. That's actually pretty nice. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you my champions that I'm using and just the really quick builds. So I'm doing Ares. He's gonna be the one taking care of the enemies on the top area of the gear dungeon. He is just great. I used to use Valkyria, but Ares actually does the job better and more consistently. Because Valkyria, you either need her with like maxed out exclusive gear or artifact, or just somebody that's a really good shield bringer for her. And I feel like her ultimate just takes a little bit too long as well to get to. It's a bit tougher with her. Ares just does it really simple, in my opinion. And then Anora is going to be my damage dealer for the bottom area where all the waves are coming. I've got Sadie. She is helping keep my Ares alive and healed up. And then Elowen is going to be on the bottom. I guess I'll show you my builds really quickly as well. So Ares has my best damage dealing set. So I've got him with the Wicked Vengeance pieces. These two are exclusive pieces, but they're also some of my best. I think I've re-rolled both of them as well and gotten really lucky after a few attempts, obviously. And then I've got him with my best Cataclysm, which is just all out attack, and then really good substats. So I've got like really great attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, just really good stats. And then this one's an Esoterian order, which also helps him because he's Esoterian. So it just makes his ultimate come by faster. And I've got him with the Eye of Sin, just because he's taking care of a lot of enemies, so, and he does AoE damage with every skill, so it just helps him deal more damage in general. And then my Anora, she has got her exclusive, which is just great for her. And then again, just really good damage dealing sets and pieces. An attack bonus, crit damage, and crit damage. I don't know if it matters too much whether it's crit damage or attack. I almost usually tend to go for attack bonus if I can help it, but this set works just fine for her. And again, decent substats. And then for Sadie, She's just got good healing and HP, since she's an HP healer. I did get to build her with an invigoration set, which was really nice. It makes the run just faster, but the first time I did it, I did not have her with an invigoration set, so it's not necessary to do so. But yeah, just I would recommend going HP and HP with the bangle and the ring. But healing effect works just fine, and then I usually like to go with attack speed for my healers, but she's got decent enough attack speed, I guess, so it doesn't matter too much. And then Elowen, she's just got good healing pieces as well. She's got healing effect, attack speed, and attack bonus. And then I've got her with the Elysian Epitaph just to help healing. Sadie's got her exclusive artifact, which is really great as well. And then I've got Artemis. He is there to help with more healing. I got him with a Golden Scarab, but he's mostly there to help do the anti-healing once the big horde of waves come through, because if you don't do any anti-healing, you basically cannot take care of them. So yeah, there's that. And then he's also got a lot of attack speed, and then I do have him awakened 1, which makes it so that he's gaining crit rate during the ultimate. I don't know if he's necessarily dealing like crazy damage, if the damage that he's putting in is doing like a lot of helping. I think it's mostly just the anti-healing that's helping, but it doesn't hurt. And then Dioshan, I also was able to build her with Invigoration. I'm only using her Inspiration side, so I only cared about attack bonus as much attack as possible. So she doesn't necessarily care about attack speed, but the Invigoration pieces I have, and then I have an attack bonus amulet, so this works, I guess, just fine. Either way, she's gaining extra attack bonus because of the Invigoration set, and then giving an ally also extra attack, so that's good. And then she's got her exclusive. I am using King Harsh. I have him with a Bastion ring, and I'm using him obviously for his Lord skill, but he's also a pretty decent defender, and I managed to get his exclusive artifact. It was available in the Gear Dungeon shop, and I was like, you know what, it actually sounds pretty decent. So, and then it had pretty decent substats, so I went ahead and went for it, and I was able to build him with a Tempered Will set, and he's got like the North Realm piece. They're not like crazy pieces, but they're good enough, and like he has really good bulk right now, so actually pretty decent. And then my last champion is my Brokir, also built with as much bulk as possible. They're just there to tank all the damage and make it so that the waves can't get through. And then he has got his exclusive. Bastion ring would work just fine though. But yeah, that's it. I have obviously 2 other champions, but I'm not using them. You can build them though, and if you're struggling, they can help. So the other one I built was Vortex, because it helps with the Lord skill for the Northerners, and he's a decent healer. And then I've got my Nastia as my other Lord, just because she helps Elowen, she helps my Ares, and she just brings a lot of extra damage. I'm using, oh, and Anora as well. She's just helping with the damage output and tankiness and all that stuff. And I mean, Nastia's great, but I'm not necessarily using her in the run. But yeah, let's just go ahead and take you guys through the run. I'll explain all of my positionings and stuff. That way, hopefully it's pretty clear for you guys. And again, these champions aren't like set in stones. You can probably swap some of them around, but this is kind of the premise of what I feel like you want your stage runs to look like, to have the best outcomes. And then again, once you beat it, you also get the Power of Dominance, which makes it easier to beat it again later on, I guess. But yeah, let's just go ahead and start the run. So I usually like to start out by placing my Anora, so just wherever your mage AoE damage dealer is going to be here, and then I like to put my tank down, and then as soon as Elowen's available, I like to place her. I usually place her in this back spot facing up, and then I don't auto ults. I hold them and use them as needed, and then once I have enough for Artemis, he's going to be the next one coming out. So right now it's just waiting. So then I'll just set Artemis out. And these two Anora should be able to take care without any ulting or anything. And then right now I'm just waiting for King Harsh to get his cost. Now I can get King Harsh out, and I'll just leave him there. And as soon as I can get enough, I'll get Dioshan out. And then once she's out, you're just gonna immediately put her in her inspiration stance. And then once they get close enough, that's when we're gonna trigger Brokir's ultimate. Once they get close enough to Anora's range, then we're gonna go ahead and activate Anora and then Artemis simultaneously. So I'd probably say kind of now they're close enough for Anora, so I'll go ahead and go Anora, Artemis, and then I'll also trigger Elowen. And then once I got enough cost, I'll put Ares down, but I'll wait for the Crimson Moon to go off first and then put Ares out. And then as soon as I can, I get Sadie out. Because Dioshan is getting a little low. Once this enemies come out, I immediately trigger Ares' ultimate. And then now that these bottom waves are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and use their ultimates again on the bottom area. And then the way my my Artemis and Anora are built, their ultimates kind of go pretty close together. So as soon as one of them is ready, I'll trigger them, and the next one should be pretty close by. And then these two archers, they hit pretty hard. So once they get close to my Sadie and try and shoot her, I'll activate her ultimate. Because otherwise she's gonna die. And that's basically it. So these ones came out again, so I'll trigger Ares' ultimate and just let him take care of them. Again, now that these guys are coming close, I'll just wait until they're close enough and activate all of the ultimates on the bottom row. And then now that these ones are out, I'll go ahead and trigger Ares, which again, it's nice that he's an esotericist because he's getting around to his ultimate pretty much at the same time that they're coming through. So really, really nice. And now these champions are coming through, so I'll just use ultimates as they come again. And again, once these archers try to hit Sadie, I'll go ahead and activate her ultimate. And now that Ares' ultimate is around and those ones have come out, I'll activate that again. And then Artemis and Anora's ultimates will go off. And I think that's it. I think that's the last of the wave. So there you have it. It's a little tricky to get the timing right sometimes, but as long as your gear is fine, it doesn't have to be crazy. I do have some crazy pieces, but like some others that are pretty average. As long as you've got the bulk, I think is the biggest thing, and for your damage dealers, you definitely want them built with your best damage gear, because otherwise the enemies are a little bit too tanky. But the trickiest part is just getting it done the first time, right? After that, it's not as much of a challenge. But there you go. Again, not everybody is like a must-have, but they're definitely great champions to have for the area. I hope this helps any of you guys, even if not make it all the way to stage 10, just make it further in the dungeons. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until the next video, take care.